Hello, hello, hello. Mm-hmm. Hello, hello, hello. Mm-hmm. How you doing, beautiful people? How are you? How are you? How are you? Mm-hmm. My name is Dominique Brown, and welcome to Sunshine Brown. Welcome. Yes. My grandson is in the background, so excuse me for any noise that you may hear, okay? Passing through, passing through. And you know what's so funny? They wait till you get on and then they want to pass through. They want to ask for donuts and juice and whatever else, okay? Anyway, how are you doing? How are you doing? Listen, I pray that you have been well, okay? That you've been well. You're happy. You're safe. Amen. Right. So I pray that all those things. So last video I did a few days ago or so, the family had been under the weather, so it's been a little bizarre. It's been a little interesting to have so many people, little people at that, not feeling good at one time, right? And then the thing is, everything keeps going. Everything has to keep going, even though everybody's not, feeling so hot, right? So God is so good, and everybody is up and running again. Amen? Amen. Okay, so listen to this. Listen to this. Okay, so yes, it's Valentine's Day. That just passed, right? Right? Now, I'm going to share something with you. So, actually, I've been kind of struggling with what I'm about to share with you, okay? I've been struggling with what I'm about to share with you. I've been struggling with it a little bit because I'm thinking like, whoa. Malcolm, get up. Go downstairs. Or go sit down. Malcolm be trying me. So anyway, you know how grandma start. You looking for a belt, huh? So anyway, here it is. And I'm joking about the belt, but you know what I mean. All right. So I've been wanting to share this with you. Struggling with it a little bit because the last video that I shared, if you got to check it out, I'm sure it was pretty interesting, right? I was just sharing some things. I was sharing some things, right? So Valentine's Day just left, and something happened to have come up. Something came up, okay? Something came up, all right? And what came up was there was a video that came across that showed something, right? And when it showed what it showed, it kind of triggered me. It goes, I was like, is that real? Right? I was like, is that real? Is that real? I'm saying to myself, are they really showing me that? Or am I really seeing that? Or are they really showing the public this? Are they really showing the public this? And let me tell you, what I'm about to share with you, just stay with me. Just stay with me, okay? Stay with me. What I'm about to share with you is, you better go sit down, boy. What I'm about to share with you is something that, I had shared with my daughter. Okay, my oldest daughter back then, I had, it's not something I shared with everybody, but I did make sure that I had mentioned it because it was something, it was actually something that I was trying to forget, okay? Now, I'm going to let you know when I do these videos, I do not write out. I don't have a script or anything. I'm not there yet. I haven't been, I've never done a video where I wrote out something. Everything is just raw. It's like, okay, let me jump on and do it, okay? Now, if it's totally off, I will redo it. But usually I don't do that. So what I'm dealing with right now, Malcolm, sit down. I need to pause for a minute. I just got really warm. I forgot about this vent. I forgot about the vent. Father, can I work through the heat? I'm gonna have to work through the heat. All right. I forgot about this vent. You know, I don't always sit here, you know. It don't help that I have this warm drink. It doesn't help. It doesn't help. Okay? No. I'm saying no. Go put it back. A distraction. So here it is. The video. So something was shown. And I was shocked that they were sharing it, okay? Now, okay. It's very important that we know what we're doing out here. And I'm going to share with you why. And then I'm going to get back to what was on the video, okay, that they shared, all right? So anyway, I believe, especially from my understanding right now where I am in my life, okay, my journey that has been, and that is going. Listen to this. A lot of people joke about a lot of things, right? And a lot of times, people don't really believe real things are happening, especially things that you can't see. Okay? Especially things that you may not be able to see, right? Things that are moving around us, but we may not be able to see. Okay? We may not. Amen? We may not. So let me share something with you that happened some years ago. Yeah, some years ago. All right? Okay, so anyway, Valentine's Day, they showed the video. I was messed up because it triggered something that I had buried. It triggered something that I had buried, baby. And when I say I buried it because it was a nightmare. And people say what they say, but that's why I know to be very careful. And when you hear what I have to say, you're going to know I'm telling the truth. All right? Come on. Here you go, baby. Here you go. So, years ago, don't get any more, Malcolm. So Malcolm's moving donuts, okay? Years ago, I know I done changed because, you know, at some point in my life, I'd been knocked Malcolm out. Oh, he's a lucky kid. Like, sit your butt. You take all them donuts and take them back in there. Get all the donuts, put them back in the big box, and take them back on in there. Thank you. He said, okay. So anyway, I don't even want to talk about it. Can you tell? As much as I like to talk a little bit, I don't even want to talk about it. All right, here we go. So, boy, oh boy. I was fighting. Like, should I tell about this? Why would I not tell him about this? I wanted to back then, but I didn't know how to talk about it. So, years ago, I had met this guy, right? I met this guy, okay? And actually, I met this guy through some business or whatever, right? And when I say business, it was kind of like a networking thing. Like, it was networking business that we had came across, right? Okay? And this guy was a nice guy, you know. he was the kind of man that would shower you with gifts and things like that. Meaning, you're not leading him on. You're telling him, hey, no, I don't, no, give it to your mom, give it to your whoever, No, I'm good. But sometimes the people, he just wouldn't stop, right? And when I say gifts, it would be jewelry, it would be flowers, it would be whatever, okay? Handbag, whatever. He didn't mind spending money. He was a very, friendly, and he was very handsome. He was a handsome guy, okay? Handsome guy. Baby. Okay. So, yeah, he was a handsome guy. I hope this video helped about 5 of y'all. So, I hope this video help you. Okay, so let me clarify. Oh, hold up. Let me make sure I say this. So, whatever I'm talking about on this channel, I promise you, like everything I've done, okay, all the way back from when I started with my little journey on it's the channel's called Nikki Talk to Me, a true channel. Nikki Talk to Me with the lips, okay? And if you go from me having the blonde hair with the bling eyeglasses on up, you know what I mean? You start from that video and you go up, then it'll tell you about some of the things I've been through. I came back from my healing, and I was excited because I had been in a situation where I had to heal from some things, and I had stopped talking. Okay, I stopped talking. Mute went on. God said, shut it down. I shut it down, right? Okay, so I had to go through this healing journey and all that good stuff, right? Malcolm, get out of here. Get out of here. I'm in a home with plenty of rooms, but Malcolm just have to come under Granny Grand. Okay? Malcolm, get up. And take that coat off. No. We need a minute. Okay. So, I'm going to run away from them. I'm going to run away from them. That's what I'm going to do. Now, where was I? Okay, so I was telling you about the other channel. Okay, so back here. So anyway, the guy was a nice guy and all that. He was a gentleman. He was all that kind of stuff. He was positive. Or whatever. But there was some things that I noticed about him. He was my first stalker, I believe. You know what I mean? I believe. And actually now that I know he wasn't. But I want to say that he was like my first stalker. Okay? That I knew of. Like he had this thing about me where I could hear him. I can hear him. And if you know what I know now, like especially I'm able to talk about it, I could really hear him. Like I could be in my house, I could be doing something, but I could hear him. I could hear him around. You get it? I could feel him around, okay? And I really couldn't feel him, but I heard him because I wasn't connected to him. But I could hear him, like maybe hear, I just. So anyway, ooh, baby. I'm going to tell you something. That was some years and years ago. And I'm going to tell you, right after that happened to me, that changed some things in my life. And you going to believe me. That's why when people try to put out, say certain things about you and do this and that, they don't know what I've seen. So I would dare not, in the way that, that's why I'm very careful about who I deal with. And maybe this gonna help somebody today, baby. All right? So, let me stick with it. Here he comes. This guy liked me. But I did not like him in that way. Now you better go sit down. Go. You see, I drew my sword. I must have drew a sword, huh? Don't play with me. He went. Okay, so listen. I didn't like him because I just wasn't, it was something, I just wasn't, pick your feet up, pick your feet up, pick your feet up, take your coat off. It wasn't, Jonathan, will you pour your brother some apple juice? Okay, thank you. It wasn't that he was a bad guy or anything. I just was not into him in that way. And neither did I lead him on. Okay? Let's make that very clear. Neither did I lead him on, okay? Now, I mean, he was just expressing how much he really liked me, and there was some things about him that I liked, but I just knew that he would drive me crazy, okay? So I knew way back then he would drive me crazy, okay? And so it wasn't, and he didn't have children. He didn't have kids either. You know what I mean? So I didn't know how I felt about, I mean, he had kids, it's just, I was right by my intuition. Just stay with me. So my thing was, I'm trying to remember, because I mean, I really pushed this far back. Something happened and we talked about it, So now wait a minute, this is not a short period of time. We knew of each other, we dealt with each other, we would go and work and do business together. I remember, I don't want to tell that. I don't want to tell about that. I don't want to tell about that because then it would say who it is possibly, okay? But my thing is, I'm really uncomfortable in this energy. I really am. I'm going to honestly tell you that. I'm usually not this way, but I'm kind of uncomfortable in this energy. But I got to share it with you. I want to. I tried to meet this guy halfway. Like, okay, because because he didn't understand what the big deal was. He said, you're single, I'm single, I'm into you. I would do almost anything for you, all these things. We'd be, good for each other, all these things. I'm sure, Okay, so then we would start to, would I call it a date? No, we were just out. We were doing things together. And I don't think you would call it anything a date because, naturally you're going to eat together if you're doing business together all the time and you're with each other all the time, right? You're going to eat together, you're going to feast together, you're going to laugh together, you're going to do whatever. Get right. Woo! So, let's make a long story short. One day, I said, hey, and he said, hey, and we're like, boop, boop, boop. And he's like, yeah, and we could, and he's like, well, I could come back and I could meet you at da-da-da-da, and boop, boop, boop. But I was like, okay, maybe my kids are, I don't know, boop, 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 boop. We're just going, okay? Just made me think of something. Because I have a thing where, like, if I'm dealing with a man, I don't bring him to my house over my children. Like, I'd be like, okay, they need to have a home. They need to, you know what I mean? At that time, I felt that way. And somebody gonna hear why. Why I built a whole situation of that. I built a whole situation of making sure that, that's not what I would do, okay? Now stay with me. So, whatever happens, this person is coming back over, and now he's coming in my home, which that's something he wasn't, and the kids aren't there, okay? And we were like, okay. Now, we've been knowing each other for a long time, so we've been dealing with each other for a long time, right? It's not like it's been just over a year. It's over 2 years. Like, we know of each other, okay? And we're like, okay. And, so make a long story short, I'm just going to get to it because it's going to make me sick. I'll get sick. And I'll get sick, all right? So, I'm going to get to it. Let's get to the bedroom. Let's just jump straight there. I'm going to jump straight there, okay? You can handle this. You can handle this. So I promise you guys, I'm about to get to it. I'm about to get to it. God help me get to it. Baby. Baby. My grandson said, baby. I'm struggling with this one. So I jumped to the straight bedroom. So we're like, what? He's like, hey, boom, boom, boom. It's like, okay. And he starts to take off. I'm already at the top of my bed, under the covers, sitting up. I'm sitting up, but I'm under the covers. And I do have clothes on, okay? I do have clothing on. And I'm sitting up, but my legs I'm under the cover. And he's crawling up. And he's about to take his clothes off. And he started crawling up to the bed. Listen to me. Stay with me. Beep, beep. I said, beep, beep. Stay with me. Young lady. Young man. Yeah. You stay with me right here. So he's crawling up. Notice I keep saying crawling. Do you notice that I keep saying crawling? Baby, he's coming up. And I can't believe what I'm seeing. I cannot believe what I'm seeing. You ready? This is how much God loved me. This is how much God loved me. As he's crawling up. Now, he just has his shirt off. He took his shirt off. That's what he took off. And he's crawling up. He may have on shorts also under them pants or boxers. Well, I don't know. Okay. Now, the room is dim. I can still see him. And he's crawling up, and I noticed he was taking a while. You listening? Coffee. Lipstick. I'm sorry, you guys. I noticed that he was taking a while. Thinking like, I'm just right here. Why is he taking so long to, like, what is he doing down there? Right? I see clearly. This man turned into an entire dinosaur-looking reptile with a long tail right before my eyes. Did you hear what I said to you? I had to look at how much time I've been talking. Did you hear what I said to you? He had turned into a dinosaur type of head, moving like this, right? reptile, he had morphed into this right before my eyes. Did you hear me? With the tail and all, and it was just so vulgar the way it was, okay? The way it was, because, you know, just imagine. Now listen to how calm. Boy, I done been calm. God done kept me calm. I said, oh, guess what? Oh my God, I came on my period. Oh my God, blood is just oozing everywhere. What is going on? You know, I'm just calm. I'm just calm. Did you hear me? Oh, baby. I mean, like, oh my God, this motherfucker. Excuse me. I'm like, this. Is he crazy? Is he crazy? And then I was wondering, like, if you could have seen that thing, baby. God, let me see it with my own eyes. Do you hear me? At the foot of my bed. On the way up to me. Didn't get to me. Do you see what I'm saying? Listen. I said, oh, I think my kids are coming. I think I start thinking, click, 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 click. That, period. Kids coming. I know this sounds crazy, guys. Stay with me. We're grown. We're grown. We can talk. Listen, we're just talking. I'm giving you real tea about stuff that be going on that people don't talk about, okay? This man, he went on. And I started talking about the kids and stuff. I said, hurry up. And he was so disappointed. And he was mad. Like, what? I said, oh, shit, I'm going to fight this mother. You hear me? I said, oh, God, what did I do here? So my gut said, no, I don't care how many gifts. Y'all better stay with me. I don't care how many gifts. I don't care how many what. I don't care how many this. I don't care what that person did. Okay? And I'm not a person that, you know, have the type of personality character that would mistreat somebody. Like, you know, especially somebody good to you. You're not going to do that. And that's why I never mistreated him. But I knew that was not a mix. God didn't show me it was a mix at all. At all. Do you hear what I'm saying to you? Okay? Guess what? I said, Lord, what did I do? So, I told him the kids was coming. He ran out of there. He ran. I told him, just run to the door. I didn't walk him to the door, and I said, run. Just close the door. When you're leaving out, I'll get it. Don't worry about it. I just want to hear that door click. You know, I just want to hear it click. And I ran and got him, locked the door. And I just thought, God, oh my God, I was messed up. Could you imagine? Imagine, that's something you can't even explain to another. How do you explain that? How do you explain that? How do you explain that to someone else? Baby. My God. Baby. How do you explain it? That's what I discovered. Let me tell you something. There's a video that they showed on Valentine's Day. Social media. Where the man is screaming. He's screaming in the bedroom. And you know what's at the foot of the bed coming after him? The same damn thing, but with a different type of head. You see what I mean? And wait a minute. This is what I'm telling you about right now. When I text years ago, I text about this very thing. Because I warned the ladies years ago, okay? It's different when you're texting and you're actually talking about it, right? I texted years ago. I said, y'all don't know what God is saving you from for real. Half of us, you don't know. You don't know. You don't know. Y'all talking about y'all want a man so bad. You talking about you want a man so bad. You want that so bad. You want this or you want that. Baby, you don't really know what's true. You don't really know what's going on. You don't know. You don't know. Take your time with stuff. You know, if you're in a situation where you don't want to take your time, just believe what God is showing you the first time around. You know what I mean? Just pay attention. Now I can imagine. You know, that was the only time that I had that particular experience. Okay? But you know, there's characters. There's some characters, and guess what? If we just really paid attention, we will understand, you know, God's warning. We will see God's protection right away. Okay? Hey, okay, thank you. So my thing is, if I could ever do a video without interruptions, that would be beautiful. I did not want to go sit in the car, you know. It's kind of, you have to get the snow off the car and all that. My thing is, it's very real. It's very, very real. It's very real. You want to protect yourself. You want to slow down. You want to use your brain. You want to, your heart is telling you no, and something's telling you no, you go with the no. You go with the, that's not for me. God didn't give you not one sign, it's for you. Don't do it. Don't do it. Isn't that unbelievable? Just imagine how many people that you dealt with and you couldn't really see what was on them. Or how many times have you dealt with someone and you seen something was on it, but you did not, you was like, I don't know. How about this? How many times have you been intoxicated and you didn't know what you was dealing with, but they knew. They knew. And I'm going to tell you something. This person always had some different stuff about himself that I could have called out earlier, but I stopped myself because I don't want to bring that kind of attention. You know what I mean? He had some things about himself that were very peculiar, very different in a way, right? And what's wrong with different? Nothing's wrong with different, but there was some things, even in the way the person walked. I said, wow, God, you would allow me to see this. And guess what? God knew that I could take it. God knew that what he was showing me, I could take it. Now, you know that did something to my life right after that, huh? That did something to my life. And that probably is another reason why I moved different too. You know, I have children, and I'm not married, okay? I'm not married. Because, you know, a lot of times when we're doing things when we're young, we don't know who we really are. That's why we should slow down, right? You don't know who you really are. You don't even know who you really are. You're out doing stuff. You know, very grateful for my family, right? But my thing is, it's important to just slow down. It doesn't hurt anything. You know what I mean? Especially working to do it the right way. Amen. No. On Valentine's Day, they released a video. It showed on, I don't know when they released it, but it showed on the Valentine's Day. I was sitting, and I was so messed up. I said, oh my God, why are they showing this? But it's exactly how I explained in that room when I texted out. You know? I don't know if somebody made a skit off of what I said, or it's just something that really has happened to other people. I don't know, but I would love to know, and no, I've never researched it, because guess what? I was too messed up to talk about it. I wanted to forget it. Could you imagine? I would try, you know, have you ever went through a little trauma or such trauma that you try to bury it? Like, I got to get on with my life, so I can't be thinking about that, right? Oh, I have been a pro at that. Like, let me just get, I can't think about this because I got this to do over here and I got to stay sane for this. You know what I mean? So you try to bury it, right? So I'm just saying. So I wanted to share that with you. I'm going to come back on. You know, I feel like chit-chatting. I got a few different things I want to talk about. That's okay with you. If that's okay with you, baby. Kids say, please, Granny, stop. Please, Mama, stop. So anyway, I'm feeling excited. I'm feeling rejuvenated. Amen. Amen. And I love you so much. I love you so much. All right. So I'll talk to you in a minute. Goodbye.